Laughter is such good medicine. Woo! So we have to recognize that to make these daily shifts in many ways are some of the hardest shifts we're going to make, because we have an entire societal system designed for us to be disconnected, designed for us to trash our planet, designed for us to trash our bodies. Every time we use a plastic cup, it is the same thing as cutting the hole even bigger for the oil that's spilling out in the Gulf right now. I invited people in the workshop today that if you don't have a reusable mug or a reusable water bottle today and you can't buy one here, I'm not sure if they're selling them here or not, take your plastic cup that you have, write your name on it, use it for the rest of the weekend. Not because you should, not because you feel bad, but because it's a sacred offering, an energetic offering of healing towards that wound that's spewing out in the Gulf right now. What a way to live our lives, right? That it's not a to-do list, because things always fall off our to-do list. I don't want to invite you to start another to-do list. I want to invite you to ask yourself, what would love say in this moment? What would love do in this moment? How would love call me to stretch in an uncomfortable space, like carrying a bunch of stuff around with me all day, every day, having people freak out, having people make fun of me, having people attack and just smile and saying, yeah, I know I'm weird. It's true, it's cool. Love you too. And then we extend that daily choice out into the rest of our lives. It's like there's so many things we can look at, and it's all the stuff we kind of forgot about because it became a little bit passé, that whole like reduce, reuse, recycle thing. Part of the reason we forgot about it is because we started focusing on recycling. Why? Because then we can still consume. That's why. Actually, corporations spent billions of dollars. Corporations spent billions of dollars advertising recycling because they didn't want you to pay attention to reduce. It was not good for their bottom line. Reduce, reuse, recycle. To make it alive and present for me, I add on first respect and rethink. If I respect this global family that I'm a part of, I automatically begin to rethink my choices and ask myself, how can I live more in alignment with that vision? And then I reduce, reuse, recycle, and then I added at the end, rejoice. We got to celebrate. Life can be intense, life can be difficult, life can be challenging. As we become aware, oftentimes it actually invites in new challenges that weren't there when we weren't aware. And it can be easy to shut down and get overwhelmed. It is important to rejoice, to celebrate the miracle of our lives, to celebrate the miracle of one another, to celebrate the incredible privilege that we get to be here this weekend. We are not hungry. We are not worrying about bombs dropping on us. We are here doing asana together. We are here giving a huge gift to ourselves. What an incredible privilege. We can then, through love, say, how can I offer that privilege to the world? And finally, I'd like to invite you to extend that daily action into community and to extend what community means. Because we tend to create our little comfort zones in community. And in that comfort zone, we're not being the full expression of what's possible for community. I mean, this is a really blunt and intense thing to say, but we can look at the levels of management to daily workers in this hotel and see a very clear difference in the cultural race background. I am not saying that with judgment. I'm not saying that to make anybody wrong. I'm not saying that to make anybody feel bad. I'm just inviting it into our awareness that as a collective society, we've inherited a world that has us be disconnected from one another. And so I want us to heal that disease of disconnect by extending what community means. If you have a yoga studio or you're a yoga teacher, I invite you to extend beyond the community that you know. Reach out to a service-based organization in your community and offer them free classes in your workshop or in your yoga studio so that they can have this gift as they're in service, in seva in the world. There's amazing individuals and organizations doing work with youth who are considered at risk, with people in prisons. So many ways that this idea of community, and in particular yoga community, is expanding. I invite all of us to be willing to go into that uncomfortable zone without judgment, but with love. That says, how can I personally, it's different for all of us, but how can I personally expand my idea of community, my breadth of community, so that we can expand this gift. And then through that, we can help heal our wounded family. Because that's how it happens, just like in a yoga posture, connecting to the breath, connecting to the foundation, and then reaching out with love and compassion, anything is possible. And so with that, thank you for making a world where everything beautiful and loving is possible. Thank you.